Hi, this is Science That Sticks. I'm Paul. Welcome to Science That Sticks once again. Today I'm going to explain how this little leaf and hundreds more on the top of a tree are instrumental in allowing water through the tree itself. Roll the graphic. So, leaves. What's the story? Well, the story about leaves is complicated in some areas, simple in others, but let's make this simple because we're starting again on my channel from scratch. So let's do this. One of the things about this is you will notice that leaves, almost all leaves, whether it's on a tree or on a daffodil, whatever, they've got a glossy side, they've got a less than glossy side. This side is the bit that faces the sun. Sunlight hits it, and this gets warm when sunlight does hit it. Now, because of the warmth and because of the light, inside here there is a chemical called chlorophyll. The chlorophyll, as in cell organelles called chloroplasts. The chloroplasts allow photosynthesis to happen. What's photosynthesis? Well, photosynthesis is the ability of a plant to convert by chemical reaction carbon dioxide that we as mammals breathe out in respiration. It reacts with water that it takes in from underground, i.e. the roots, and it makes glucose, which the plant can use for respiration, and it makes oxygen, which again the plant can use for respiration. But the plant always makes too much glucose and too much oxygen, so it gets released into the atmosphere. Now, it gets released into the atmosphere because of the opposite side. This side has thousands of millions, really, of very, very small openings called stomata. The gases are allowed out and also gases are allowed in. When the sunlight hits the leaf so that the photosynthesis can happen, as it gets warmer, it creates an evaporation of the water that is present in the leaf itself. Now, this causes a pressure change, an ever so small pressure change of water, which brings water in through the branch. Now, the branch is attached to the trunk is attached to the roots, and the roots have root hair cells. Those root hair cells are right underneath the tree, or indeed whatever plant it is that we're looking at. And of course, as rainwater falls and hits the ground, the water gets absorbed into the root hair cells. They move up through the stem or through the trunk by cell organelle, well, not cell organelles, but tissue known as xylem and phloem. As the water moves up through the tree, through the plant, it gets right to the very top, and of course it's drawn through here. Now, after a couple of weeks where there's been no rain, of course the leaves start looking all droopy, and we call this non-turgid. How does that work? That's because the leaf gets hot, the water that is in there evaporates out, and then more water is drawn in. If there isn't enough water drawn in, then the thing looks floppy. Without the leaves, trees wouldn't be able to get water all the way up to the top of their canopies. Without leaves, we wouldn't have photosynthesis. Without leaves, we wouldn't be able to breathe the oxygen that we can breathe, and therefore we wouldn't be able to respire ourselves by breathing in, taking in deep breaths of oxygen. And when we eat, not these, but when we eat plants, we are eating the glucose that the plant has saved in terms of starch. That's it. Hope you've enjoyed that. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, as always, stay cool. I'll see you around. Bye-bye.